Hi everyone, today we'll start with chapter 1 of class 10 maths book of Emil Agarwal, that is goods and services tax. So we'll go through goods and services tax concepts around this, and we'll go through all the examples so that we have better understanding how to approach a problem. So what is goods and services tax? So goods and services tax and indirect tax, right? So to start with, right, we have taxes. Okay, taxes are of two types. One is direct tax. Okay, the other is indirect tax, right? Indirect. Okay, so what is direct tax? Direct tax is our income taxes which we pay directly to the government, right? So that's why it is called direct tax. Income tax is there, we pay income tax directly to government. Indirect tax, we don't pay tax directly to government, but we buy goods. Suppose we buy mobile, right? The cost of mobile is 10,000 rupees, right? So with this 10,000 we also include some taxes of X amount, right? So we buy mobile, we pay 10,000 rupees, and in this 10,000 there is a tax levied of X rupees. So that tax goes to government, right? So this is not direct, but indirectly we are paying taxes to government. So that's why GST is called indirect tax, right? So it's a nationwide tax. Across all India, GST is there. That's why we call one nation, one taxes, right? So prior to GST, we had lot of central taxes, right? If I rename few of those: excise duty, custom duty, service taxes, central sales taxes, right? Same way, we had state taxes, right? In state taxes also we had entry tax, VAT, entertainment tax, lottery tax. So lot of taxes were there in central and state. Now what government did, government removed all those taxes and came up with a single tax, that is GST, right? So but in this GST we had two components, that is CGST and SGST, right? CGST is the portion which goes to central government and SGST is the portion which goes to state government. Okay, so same thing has been explained here also. So I will come down, I will go ahead, right? So in GST there are certain parties like dealer, right? Dealer buys good to resell them, right? So dealer buys goods from manufacturer, right? He buys good, then dealer sells to customer, right? Customer, why customer? Because customer consume goods. Dealer buy good from manufacturer, then again resell to customer. So there is something called dealer. Who is dealer? A person who buys good and then resell. What is, so dealer is clear. Someone who buys good for reselling them is called dealer. Customer, someone who consumes good, right? Then there is a state, inter-state tax. It's nothing but, okay, so I buy something in UP, then I sell something in UP. It's so the whole thing is within one state. So it's called intra-state sales, right? So I buy something in UP, I sell something, same thing in MP. So this is happening within two states. So it is called interstate sale, interstate sales. It's clear? If you have any doubts at any point of time, you can just comment it. So when I take up the next video on GST, so we'll take all those doubts. Then we had something called input GST and output GST. What is input GST? Okay, so there is a manufacturer, there is a dealer, and then there is a customer, right? So when dealer buys goods from manufacturer, he pays GST, right? So it is input GST, input GST. When dealer sell to customer, customer pays GST. This is output GST, right? Output GST. So whatever GST customer pays, right, is called output. Whatever GST dealer pays is called input. So it's clear. Whatever GST dealer pays, it's called input. Whatever GST customer pays is called output. Clear? Then, as I told you, that GST is of two types: central GST and state GST. So GST basically, GST, sorry. So GST compromises of two taxes, right? SGST and CGST. What is SGST? It's the portion of state. What is CGST? It's a portion which is gone to central. Okay. So this is also clear. Now we'll go to next section. So as an example, to understand the concept in a better way. So there's a dealer in Karnataka which sells goods with rupees 10,000 to a dealer or consumer, and there's a GST of 12%. So if there's GST of 12%, 6% will be for CGST and 6% will be for SGST, right? Same thing. So 6% CGST at 6%, SGST at 6%, right? So 3,000, 6% is 180. 3,000, 6% is 180. So CGST 180, SGST 180, total GST 360, right? So good of 3,000 has 12% of GST is 360. So I hope with this example above it's clear, like, okay, we have GST has two portions, CGST and SGST. So 6% was going to CGST, 6% was going to SGST. In total we have 12%. So now we have one more concept called integrated goods and service tax. This is IGST, right? So any goods which is buy in UP, sell in MP, or buy in Maharashtra and sold in Karnataka, right? So there is a tax called IGST imposed, that is integrated GST, and this IGST wholly goes to central government. There is no portion of state in this IGST, and IGST is imposed even on goods which are imported, which are imported and exported. So in import and export also IGST is imposed, right? So just rub this off so that we can go ahead and take the next example. So we'll go to the next example. So okay, so there are different GST which has been decided. Okay, like unpacked full we have 0% GST, common you will have 5%, standard rate is 12%, maximum goods rise in this bracket. Then luxury item has 28%. So there are different slabs for different items. There are different slabs of GST for different items, right? So now we'll talk about input GST credit. Okay. So for input GST credit, I will explain you. Suppose there is a dealer, or suppose there is a manufacturer. Okay. So he needs two input, A, B, C. Okay, he manufactures mobile. Okay, so to manufacture mobile he need two raw materials, A, B, C. So he will buy raw material A. While buying raw material A, he must have paid rupees 100 as GST. Then he will buy raw material B. By buying this, he would have paid, suppose, raw material GST as 20. Then again he is buying some raw material C and is paying GST as 80 rupees. Now he has manufactured mobile. So while selling this mobile, customer is paying rupees 450 him as GST. This mobile is being sold for X rupees, and in this X rupees GST is rupees of 450. So actually manufacturer has already paid GST 100, 200, 80. So in total, manufacturer has paid 200 rupees as GST to government. When he sells mobile, he is getting 450 as GST. So this he has to pay to government also, right? But he has already paid 200 as GST. So rest 250 only he has to pay to government. So this is called input GST credit, right? This is called input GST credit because he is getting 200 rupees as credit which he already paid to government. Actually, these concepts at this point of time maybe look a bit tricky, but as when you go through examples, right, we'll again visit them back and I will try to explain them in more details when we encounter these concepts while solving our example. So now we'll go into other concept called GST, value added taxes. What happens? Suppose you are paying GST of 300 rupees, okay, and when you sell a good, you suppose, okay, take an example. Dealer is there, right? Dealer is buying good of 10,000 rupees from manufacturer, okay. So in this he will pay some GST. Suppose he is paying 100 rupees GST. Now dealer will sell this to customer, not on 10,000. He will make some profit and then he sells. So suppose, sorry. So he will sell to customer at a price of 11,000 rupees because they want to make 1,000 rupees profit. So now GST on this will not be 100 because values increase by 100 rupees, 1,000 rupees. So GST might be, for example, say 110, right? So 10 rupees extra GST he is getting. So this 10 he has to pay back to again government, right? Because he will get 100 rupees GST credit which he already paid, right? So this is called GST, value added taxes. So what were the objectives and advantages of GST, right? One may ask, okay, what we gain. So first, okay, there was some ease of doing business because there were some thousands and hundreds of taxes earlier, central government. So a dealer, a wholesaler, or a shopkeeper, he used to keep all those taxes, and government also, it was tedious job to calculate those, right? Reducing tax burden because when GST came into picture, taxes on a lot of goods got decreased also. With GST, tax evasion got decreased, right? So now we'll go through each example, and with this example we'll revisit all those concepts to make you better understand all of them, right? So we'll start solving one by one example. See, all example solutions are already there, but when you go through them you might find difficulties in understanding those. So I'll make you understand all of them. I will not share the solution because solution is already there. When I will go through the exercises, there I will share the solutions with you, so that when you solve them and you get stuck in any point of time, you can go to my video and have a look and try to understand those things. And any doubt, as I said, just post on comment. We'll try to revisit those and try to explain most of them. So we'll solve now examples one by one. So here comes our first example, right? What it says: a consumer buys a refrigerator whose mark price is 36,000. So mark price is 36,000, right? From a dealer at a discount of 15%. So there's a discount. Cool. Discount of 15%. If the rate of GST is 18%, so we got the GST rate, which is 18%. Find the amount of tax under GST. So what you have to find? Basically the GST amount paid. Second point, the amount that consumer pays for the refrigerator. Okay, so amount will be my cost of a refrigerator plus GST. So first we'll try to find what is the selling price, right? Because we have a mark price. We have a mark price of 36,000. We have a discount 15%. So discount will be of how much? 36,000, 15%, right? So it will be like 5,400, right? So my selling price will be how much? 36,000 minus 5400, it will be 30600. Clear? So this is my selling price. So GST is how much? 18%, correct? So 18% of this is how much? 5508. Clear? So GST is how much? 5508. Now the second part, GST is 5508. Second part, total amount paid for the refrigerator. So amount will be my selling price, which was 30,600 plus GST I am paying, which is 5,508. So 36108. That's my amount. So I hope this example is clear, right? Here comes our second example. So we'll try to understand this example. In this, there is a retailer who is buying the air conditioner. Basically, retailer, dealer, same thing, from a wholesaler at rupees 3,500, and then retailer sells it to consumer or a customer at a profit of 8%, and GST on air conditioner is 28%. So calculate the tax liability of the retailer. So actually we'll go through this. It's a very interesting problem. We'll try to understand, right? So there is a retailer, right? Retailer is buying from wholesaler. So at what price? 35,000 rupees, right? So he has to pay the GST on it, right? So we'll say, okay, the GST paid is 9,800. So this is the GST what retailer pays to the manufacturer and ultimately to government. That's true. Then this retailer, what it does, it sells this refrigerator to customer at a profit of 8%, right? So what it does, he actually retailer bought this fridge from a wholesaler for 35,000 rupees, and then he sells this at a profit of 8% to consumer. That's what happened in a regular world, right? When we go for shopping, we buy something, but actually the retailer has bought it on a lesser price and he sell to us on a profit of some percentage. So here also same thing is happening. Retailer bought a fridge for 35,000 from a manufacturer, and then it's selling to a customer at a profit of 8%. So actually what is the profit? Rupees 2,800. So actually in this 2,800, that is the extra profit that retailer is making. So in this extra profit he has to pay GST also. So we'll look at this. So now the SP will be how much? 35,000 plus the profit retailer is making, that is 37,800, right? So now the customer will pay GST on this amount, right? 37,800. How much? 28%. So that will be how much? 10584. If you see here, 10584, right? So actually input GST that retailer paid was 9,800 because the cost of the refrigerator was 35,000 rupees. Output GST, what customer paid was 10,500. That is the GST what customer paid. Why? Because the selling price got increased to 37,800, right? So now there is a liability, which tax liability, which retailer has to pay back to government, right? Because he took more GST. He paid 9,800 to government, then he got more GST since his selling price got increased. So tax liability for the customer, for the retailer, would be 10584 minus 9,800 is 784 rupees. So 784 rupees is the extra tax which the retailer has to pay back to government, right? I hope this is clear. So now here comes our example number 3. What it says, a manufacturer buys a raw material of 4,000 rupees, paid a GST of 5%, and he then sells it to the shopkeeper the profit of 30% and the GST on that finished goods is 12%. So manufacturer buys good of 4,000 rupees, right? Pays a GST of 5%. So what is the GST is paying? 200 rupees. So actually this question is final tax liability, because tax liability is what? There is a GST which manufacturer will be paying. Then their GST which manufacturer will be getting from the shopkeeper. So the difference between this is called tax liability. So what he is paying? 200 rupees. What, after selling the finished good, right? What GST is receiving, will calculate that part. So tax is paying 200 rupees. Now he sell the finished good for 30% of profit. So the final price of the finished good is 5,200, right? On this GST it's like 5,200 of 12%, 624. So input is GST is 200, output GST is 624. This is the GST manufacturer is paying. This is the GST shopkeeper is paying to manufacturer. So tax liability would be 624 minus 200, that is 424. Same thing here. See, 624 minus 200 is 424. This is a tax liability. Okay. So here comes our fourth example. The market price of an article is 3,500. A dealer sells the article to the consumer in the same city at a profit of 10%. The rate of GST is 12%. So find the IGST, CGST, SGST and the amount paid by the consumer, right? So since the dealer is in Delhi and selling the article in the same city, so IGST is nothing, 0, because it's intra-state transaction, not inter. He's buying in Delhi and selling in Delhi. Okay, so the market price was 3,500. Profit was how much? 10%, right? So 3,500, 10% is 350 rupees. So the selling price will be 3,500 plus 350. It's how much? 3,850. So 3,850 is my selling price. So on that I have to calculate CGST and SGST. So since GST is 12%, my CGST and SGST will be 66%. So first I will calculate my CGST. 3,850 into 600, right? So it will be 231. SGST will be same, 231. So my total tax will be 462, right? My CGST is 231, my SGST is 31. So total GST is 462 and the total amount dealer is the total amount is consumer pays for the G is 3,850 plus 462, that is 213, 4312. 4312 is the total amount consumer paid. So the amount which consumer pays for the article is 4,312. Now it comes to our fifth example. Look add this example with more focus and concentration because it's getting a bit tricky, right? So manufacturer A sells a washing machine to a dealer for 12,500. So dealer buys a washing machine from manufacturer at rupees 12,500. Then dealer sells it to customer with a profit making of 1,500 rupees. Okay, and it's all intrastate, so there is no IGST involved, and GST is 12%, right? So what you have to find the amount of tax paid by dealer B to the central government. So see, B will pay some additional tax to the central government, right? Why? Because there will be a difference in input and output tax. I will show how. So if I go here, right, there is a manufacturer. Manufacturer sells goods for 12,500 to dealer, and there is a tax of 12%. So 6% CGST and 6% SGST. 6%. So this comes to 750. Then there is an SGST. Again 12,500, 6%, 100, 750. Right? So CGST is 750, SGST is 750. So this is what this is input GST. Input GST for the dealer. How much? 150, 1,500 rupees, right? Then dealer sells it at how much? 12,500 plus making a profit of 1,500. So it comes to 14,000 rupees, right? So now there would be an output GST. So 14,000, 12%, will take 6 SGST and CGST. Okay, so we'll say output CGST 14,000, 12%, 100, 840. Same will be SGST, right? So now if you see, there is a tax liability which dealer has to pay to government. See, he paid 750 to the manufacturer, he didn't pay to the government directly. As part of his refrigerator cost, he paid to manufacturer, right? But now since the difference, so he had to pay to government now. How much he has to pay to government? 840 minus 750, because 90 rupees he collected tax more, so he has to pay to this government 90 rupees of central. So the amount paid by dealer is how much? 90 rupees. The amount of tax received by state government will be also 90 rupees. Same he will give, right? So if I show you here, the amount paid to SGST is also 90 rupees, right? So how much is the price? Simple. Price of the refrigerator for a consumer 14,840 is SGST, 840 CGST. So how much? 15,680 rupees is the final price consumer pays, paying GST of 840 and GST of 840 for CGST and SGST. I hope you are understanding these concepts, and if you have any doubts in any point of time, I will again repeat, just comment it that example number 5 I didn't understood this, or example number 6 I didn't understand at all. I will try to again make a video and then post it off, right? So don't hesitate to comment and let me know where you are getting stuck, right? It will help me to improve and help you up with the concepts, right? So here comes our sixth example. A shopkeeper buys an article whose printed price is 4,000 from a wholesaler at a discount of 20%. So shopkeeper buys a article whose printed price or marked price was 4,000 but at a discount of 20% and sell it to a consumer at the printed price. So what he did, he buys something whose marked price of 4,000 from wholesaler at a discount of 20% and then sell it to consumer at 4,000 only. So he is making profit, right? So what you have to figure it out, the price of the article inclusive of GST. One by one we'll take it off. Okay, so 4,000. So shopkeeper, for shopkeeper, right? What is the SP? 4,000. 20% discount he got. Basically 800 rupees discount he got. So what is the price? Selling price is 3,200, right? So shopkeeper bought this at 3,200. So he has to pay GST. GST is 12%. So the price of GST is 12%. So we'll calculate separately as GST 3,200, 6%, 192 rupees. Then CGST 6%, that is 192 rupees. So total cost is 3,200 plus 192 plus 192. That is how much? 3584. 3584. So this is the price of an article. So it has GST also. Then what happened? Second part. Okay, we'll see the second part. Second part was the amount of tax under GST paid by shopkeeper to the central government. Okay, to the central government, to the state government. So how much he paid to the state government? We'll figure it out. Okay, so now he is selling to consumer for the market price only 4,000. On that there is a GST of 6%. So GST is how much? 240. 240 is my SGST and CGST is also 240. If you see here, 240 is my CGST, 240 is my SGST. So output GST is 240. Input GST is 192. So 48. 48 is the amount he has to pay to state government. Okay, state. And same thing with central also. 240 minus 192 is 48. Right? So same thing. 48 to central government. So what was the third point? Amount paid to state government, state central government is the same. The amount which the consumer pays. So amount how much consumer is paying. 48 is the amount to state government, central government, and the amount consumer is paying like 40,000 plus 240 plus 240 is sorry, it was 4,000. 4,000 plus 240 plus 240 is 4,480 rupees is the final price of the good which consumer pays. With this I'm ending today's video. So today's video covers GST concepts around GST and example till 6th. Example from 7th I will come up with a new video which will be part 2. So in the part 2 of the video I will cover all the example from 7 to 15. Hope you like the video. Thanks for watching this video. Please like, share and subscribe.